Hello! So as you know, I run a website, a YouTube channel, an Instagram page, a TikTok account, and a podcast, and I'm posting content on all of these regularly. So I thought I would share with you today some of the apps that I use to help keep me productive and help keep me moving forward in my business, and you can try them to see if they work for you too. So hello and welcome to the Looking After Your Pennies YouTube channel. My name is Charlotte Jessup and I am a busy woman. I have a family, I've got a couple of kids, and I'm trying to run a business as well. So I'm constantly trying to juggle my business and keeping on top of all the content that I'm putting out for you guys to help you around your finances and in other areas of your life as well. So one thing I'm constantly asked is, how do you do it all? And actually, I get quite a lot of help. I'm quite fortunate that my husband is here and he looks after the kids. So I've managed to avoid homeschooling most of the time during this lockdown. But I'm still working a few short hours a day and trying to get a lot done in that time. So there are a few apps that really help me to stay focused, to stay motivated, and to keep putting out the content that I'm putting out into the world. So I thought I would share these with you today. Some of them are quite new to me and I've only been using them a couple of weeks, so I'm going to give you an honest review of how I've been finding them. And some of them I've been using them for a while and I haven't stopped using them because they've been super awesome. So let's jump in with my top 5 productivity apps for 2021. So the first one is a new one to me, and this is one I put out a little box on Instagram stories and asked people if they could share with me their favorite apps around productivity. And this was one of the ones that came up. So this is a new one for me, one that I've just started using this year, and this is Done. So this is a super simple app and it's basically a habit tracker. Now, if you've read the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, then you will know that he is a big fan of habit trackers, and I've got really into habit trackers too. So I use this largely around the things that are important in my personal life, because I tend to find that if I am too absorbed in the business, that some of the things that are important to my health and my well-being tend to fall by the wayside. So I use this to track the habits in my personal life. So I'm showing you here exactly what it looks like. So this is a very visual app. It's very simple to use. So you enter in the different things that you want to track your habits around. And you can work on building these habits or you can work on quitting these habits. There's the option for both within the app. You can set the colours for each of the items and you can label them as you wish. And you can change the order of them too. I've got quite a few on the go and I kind of just go through them every morning and then go through the ones that I do in the evening. And you just have to tap and it adds another unit to that. You can choose whether these are some things that you need to do X number of times a day or X number of times a week. Now, the reason this really works, and I find it really motivating for me, is that I don't want to mess up. So I have things that are set to do every day. And I know if I don't tap that box, then I'm going to miss out on my daily slot, and therefore I'm going to miss out on my streak for the week. So I am very keen to make sure that I fill up those boxes. And I find that really motivational, and it really makes sure that I do all these things that are important to me. Now, you could set this up for your work as well. You could set it up to do things that you need to do every day in your work. I use a different app for this and I'm going to tell you what it is in a minute, but I love this app just for tracking habits and tracking things that are important for me. Now, you could do this around your work if you wanted to reach out to new potential clients. You could set yourself a target of, say, 5 a day and tap every time you reach out to a new one and make sure that you hit your goal. You could then set a target of doing this for every day for 7 days or something like that. And it's just a very simple and very visual way to keep track of your progress. So the second one is super, super cute, and this is an app called Forest. So Forest, it's a way to keep you focused and productive and on task, and it does it in a really cute way. So you get to set how long you're going to work for and what you're going to work on, and then it will plant a tree for you in your virtual forest. So there are different trees that you can choose from, and as you focus more, you'll earn more coins, so you can buy more trees. And the longer that you stay focused, sometimes the fancier your tree gets. Now you can have two settings on this app. There's a setting for just normal focus, which means you can go in and out of the app. I find this quite useful for me because I do a lot of stuff on social media, which is obviously based on my phone. But if you're the sort of person that's working on a computer or you're writing things down, then you could use the deep focus mode, which means that if you go out of the app, then your tree is going to wither and die. It's just so sad. It's just so sad to see. So you don't want that to happen. So I find it really motivational. So sometimes I will set myself a challenge to say, read for 10 minutes. Then I will set it and I will start reading and I think, I wonder if it's been 10 minutes yet. And I'll check and I'll be like, I've still got a few minutes to go. So I will carry on reading because I don't want my little virtual tree to die. Okay, so it's a really simple concept, but I find it really works. And I use this in my work as well. So if I have a task that I need to get done, I'll set say like an hour and I will plant my tree, put it in deep focus mode, and it will stop me from using my phone because I know that I want to add that tree to my forest, so I stay on task. And it really helps. I have been using this for a few weeks now and I love it, and my kids love it too. So I've been using it for them when they have tasks they want to do. So I will say, right, let's plant a tree and see if we can do 30 minutes of schoolwork or do 30 minutes of yoga. And it's been really helpful for keeping them concentrating on what they're working on and generally just a bit quieter. So the third one is probably the productivity app that I have been using the longest, and this is Todoist. Now I like Todoist because it's a list of things that you need to get done. So I'm a big fan of lists. I like writing down what I want to get done in the day and then ticking it off as I go. So I use this in both my personal life and in my professional life. So I have lists that I repeat daily. So these are normally the tasks that I want to complete every day within my business. So it will be things like replying to comments on Instagram or putting out a new post or scheduling some pins on Pinterest. So all of these things I will have listed and set up as a recurring feature in my list every day. Then as I work through them during the day, I just tick them off. And I love getting to the end of the day and having my list completely cleared. Now, the great thing about this particular app is that you can just type in what you want. So you can be like, I want to clean the bathroom every week or every Sunday, and it's add it to this task setting. And you can like type these things in and it will just automatically spot that you want to do it every week or every Sunday. And then it will add it to the group under housework, for example, if you type that in. And it will start categorizing the things into different lists for you. And all you have to do is type these things in and it automatically spots them. So you don't have to go through the trouble of going, oh, right, I need to find the list where I want to put this in. And I need to set the date by going into a different setting. It's all done just through typing in. And again, it's just a super visual representation. You can set reminders and alerts to pop up on your phone if you need that little nudge to get them done. But generally, I like to set up recurring lists of tasks that I know I'm going to do every day, and just use that app to tick things off. So I generally use this app more for my business, and I'm just using the free version of this app. So the previous two, I have paid versions of those, but for Todoist, I'm just using the free version, and that works fine for me. So Done is typically the app that I'm using for my more personal habits that I want to keep on top of, and Todoist keeps me accountable within my business. So number 4 is not so much a productivity app, but it's something that I find really useful and has helped me hugely in the last few months to stay on top of my workload. And this is Google Drive. So it's just having a cloud space where I can store things like spreadsheets and documents so that I always have them available on my phone and I can share them with others too. So I like to have things like spreadsheets where I can keep a record of my accounts and I can keep it tracking my income and tracking my expenses and all those little bits and pieces that I previously had on my computer, I have now transferred to my Google Drive. And the reason this makes me more productive is that rather than waiting until I'm sat at my desk, I can now just hop into Google Drive, edit those documents, and it's as simple as that, and it's done, and it's quick. I'm not putting them off and then stacking all these things that I need to get done into one big job. I just do them as they crop up because I've got all my spreadsheets sitting there in my Google Drive and I can access that from any of my devices. The other great thing I love about Google Drive is that I can easily share my documents with other people. So if I've got some ideas, I can type in these ideas and I will maybe share them with my husband or share them with somebody else that I'm collaborating with. And this is all happening in real time. So if I have a project that I want to work on and I want to work on it with something else, I will create a quick document, I will upload it into Google Drive, we can edit it within that, and I can share it with this person that I'm looking to collaborate with. And it makes it really easy. We can then go backwards and forwards, tweak that document, and there's no waiting for this email to show up or waiting for that email to show up. It's just a case of getting the work done there and there. So I've found that since I've started using Google Drive more within my business, that actually my productivity has increased because I'm not waiting around or there's no barriers to me actually getting the things done that need to get done. So the last one, and number 5 on my top 5 productivity apps, is Asana. So Asana is great if you're working in a small team, but I also like it as just a way of organizing my ideas. So Asana allows you to choose how you present your ideas. So basically, let's go back a step, you use it for setting tasks. So let's say I want to record a couple of YouTube videos. So I might have a couple of ideas that I want. So I will put them into Asana. And then I can use that app to either show them in list form, or I can use them in kind of a board form and spread them out over days or members of my team. So at the moment, my team is pretty small, but I could, as I scale up, use this to work with other people, say writers or videographers or photographers. And as I think of ideas or I have tasks that I want to work on, I can use this app to sort out my ideas. Now, I particularly love the board feature in Asana because it becomes more visual. I like the fact that I can move things around, put them in order of priority, and put them into different categories depending on what particular area of my business that task is in. And I just find it a really good way to kind of offload some of the thoughts and ideas that I have in my mind and sort them out. So that's it. Those are my top 5 productivity apps I think you should try in 2021. I am using them daily to manage my business and manage my personal life, and I think they could be really helpful for you too, particularly if you are somebody that is thinking of starting a side hustle this year. So thank you for watching this video. If you like my channel and you like my videos, please remember to hit that subscribe button so you can see all my future videos. And if you want to leave me a comment and let me know your favourite productivity apps, then I would love to hear them. I'm always on the lookout for something that's going to make my life easier. So thank you for watching today. I hope that you will come back and watch my future videos, and I will see you next time. Bye.